Hello and welcome back to Sarah's Joyful Journey. I'm Sarah Joy. It is another beautiful, lovely Monday morning. Well, actually, it's closer to afternoon now than it is morning. I've had a great morning. I watched Joe and Rachel live. I watched Keto Chow live and had a great breakfast, made some plans for the week, and now I'm ready to share with you guys how the last week has gone. How was your weekend? Did you guys have a beautiful weekend? Let me know down below. My weekend was fantastic. We got to do our meetup, which Nancy and I had been planning for a few months, and we had a great turnout. There was, I think, like 22 people there. The weather was perfect. We got there nice and early, which was fantastic because where we did it, it was first come, first serve for as far as space goes. And because we were first, we actually got we were able to get the space that we needed for our event. And there were 3 parties there that day, but you wouldn't know it. Everybody just had a great time. Everybody stayed in their little areas. And it was an amazing time of fellowship, and friendships were made and plans were made to do other events. I don't know when the next one I'm going to assist with helping host is going to be, but I definitely know that I want to host another one again. I would love to host one where we're just going out for a walk and active. It's fun to get around and fellowship and share a good meal, but it's also nice to be active. So I know sometime in the future, I don't have any plans. I would like to do one where we come up and we meet and we go for a nice walk. Something like that. I know that that won't appeal to everybody, which is why I don't always want to do a walking one, but I do want to do active things and find people in my life who want to go and be active and move more with me. That is a huge part of what I am wanting to do with my life. So much so that we have been dreaming all weekend. We were dreaming before, but it's kind of like took a new turn, and we are definitely dreaming about RV life and van life in particular, especially after talking to Joe and Rachel and Hope and Andy and some others who have RVs. We kind of think that it would be a lot of fun. So we found a model that we like the setup. We're going to go to the Tampa RV show when it's in July, and we're going to go check it out. We have no plans to buy anything anytime soon. The one I want is more expensive than my last house in North Carolina. So it's like double what my house was. It's a huge price tag, but I still enjoy looking. I still enjoy dreaming. It's fun. You never know. We may be able to do it. We like the appeal of an RV van because it can function as a second vehicle for us when needed. Or if we decide that, hey, we're going to work, but after work, our weekend is the next day, but we want to drive somewhere and we want to go camping. We can simply just bring the van, if we were to have it, and pick up from work and go straight to camping. So it's a lot of fun to think about, and maybe it'll be something that we can pull off in the next few years. I don't know. I have to do lots of research, and I know that for sure I want to make sure that I have a giant down payment because I need the cost to be lower. You get what you pay for. We can find cheaper ones. Who knows, maybe we'll be able to find a used one. Again, we're not shopping now, but we're just dreaming and having a lot of fun with it. So is there anything you guys like to dream about? I know Matt and I, sometimes we always used to talk about when the lotteries were really big, what we do if we win the lottery, but we never actually play, so you can never actually win, mostly because I think it's a waste of money. But that's my personal opinion. But it's still fun to dream and just like talk about those things and like, what would you do? What would you do differently? So we just have a lot of fun with it. You might be able to tell I don't quite sound myself. I got sick last week, and I got really sick last week. So sick that I actually missed almost all my days of work. I am doing much better. I rested yesterday. I'm kind of resting today. I did do some activity yesterday. I went for a walk, and that was the first day in almost 2 weeks that I'd gone for a walk. because I was just down for the count. My daughter got a cold and she shared, and because I had had so much stress and so much going on, it hit me hard. Not as hard as some things. Mostly I didn't feel bad. I was just exhausted. I was so tired, and I just couldn't really function. I've had headaches. The headaches have gone away mostly. I think that the ones that I had today and yesterday were electrolyte issues. So today I've had electrolytes already and I'm feeling the headache's gone. Yesterday I had so much Element, it was not even funny. I pound Element hard. I had 4 of them. But today I'm feeling fantastic. Other than my voice sounding a little bit off and still a little bit stuffy, but I feel like I am back to myself. So I don't know if I just wasn't keeping up on it. You know, I was staying hydrated. I'm like, I'm not outside. I don't need my electrolytes. I clearly need electrolytes when I'm sick. So I will remember that hopefully for next time, that I just need to drink those electrolytes because they really do make me feel better. Haven't eaten a whole lot. I wasn't really hungry this week, which was fine, except when I'm sick. I've noticed, because the past few times I've been sick, I've kind of noticed it, but I didn't really pay attention to it until now, is that I crave carbs and sugar when I'm sick. So I made cheesecakes for the event. I had brought home about 12 cheesecakes. I ended up throwing them out yesterday because every time I walked by the fridge, I was finding myself wanting to grab a cheesecake because I was tired, I wasn't feeling well, I just wanted some comfort, whatever. It was totally unconscious that I was doing it, and I caught myself. And then once you catch yourself, you have to do better. So I'm like, well, this is going to be a problem. So we're just gonna go ahead and we're just gonna get those out. My cooking video this week was supposed to be the cheesecakes. It is not going to be the cheesecakes. It'll be a fantastic recipe though. I'm sure you guys will like it, but I'm going to make the cheesecakes. Wait a few more weeks. I promise I will share them. I just need to get over the hump and get back to an even keel and not craving sugar. Not that it was bad, because it wasn't bad. It wasn't like this powerful craving. It was just, I want some comfort. I just don't feel good. This is easy. It tastes good. Just grab it. It's fatty. It's satisfying. And it was a little bit of a recipe for disaster for me, but I'm okay with that because I'm not perfect. I am going to make mistakes for the rest of my life. I will stumble, trip, and fall. You just have to recognize that you've done it, and you have to go, okay, I need to make an adjustment, and I need to be aware that I have this propensity to have this type of behavior, and just make it better from there. So how much did it affect me as far as my weight goes? Well, last week I was down to 209.4. This week I was back up to 215.2. I know that this was not all food. This was inflammation as well. This is me not feeling well because I felt very puffy. Even today, my fingers are feeling a little bit puffy. So it's not all food. It's inflammation, it's going on from sickness, but it did still make a difference because I was gravitating to those higher fat items like cheesecake. I ate a ridiculous amount of cheesecake over the weekend, and that's just me being honest. I need to not do that. So I'm doing things a little bit differently this week. Now that I am not in school, I have time to refocus and reevaluate my goals and get back on track, because I definitely feel like over the past couple of months, I have gotten off track and I'm not where I want to be. And I have the time now, so I get to put that all back into perspective and I get to move on with my life. So I have made a goal that I would like to lose at least 20 pounds by the end of the year. It's 1.5 pounds a week. Totally doable. If I don't get it, I'm okay. This is just something for me to shoot for. It's not an end all be all, gonna get it done. I would like to be well under 200 pounds by that point, and 20 pounds will put me at about 5 pounds under. I'd be about 195, so that would be fantastic. It would make me feel like I have like some wiggle room instead of like getting to like 199 and having a huge celebration. You feel like you don't have wiggle room, like, well, tomorrow I could be 200 again, which is true. But that does not mean that I'm not going to celebrate. There's going to be screaming and singing from the mountaintops the moment I get on that scale and it says 199. There will be a huge celebration just for the victory of it, because I have not been under 200 pounds in 25 years. So if I could do that by the end of the year, it would be an amazing way to go out and celebrate starting a new year, that I was able to refocus and rededicate and get back to my goals. So that is one goal. The other goal that I need to start doing is I have not been sleeping well the past week and a half. Some of that I know is lack of movement. Some of that I also know is sleep, but there is one thing that I can start changing that I can do to help boost that, and that is magnesium, because I tend to be low on magnesium, which is really weird. I don't understand why, but I've had this problem before. Like, exercise helps, but even then I still don't always sleep great. So starting tonight, I'm going to supplement with my Keto Chow magnesium. I have the liquid. I do not like it. It is not great tasting, but it works really, really well. And I have a big bottle, so I need to use it. But once that's done, I am going to switch over to the magnesium capsules or caplets or something like that. You can swallow them. That's going to work much better for me than the liquid stuff, just because it'll be convenient and I can swallow it with water. So starting tonight, I am going to take my recommended magnesium, and hopefully that will help. Then the next goal that I have for this week, and it is a huge challenge for me. I want to do some fasting. Not a huge fasting person, but I have some goals in mind that fasting could help with. I'm still on blood pressure medication. So I was reading in Dr. Boz's Keto Continuum book about how doing 72-hour fasts and things like that can really help drop the blood pressure and really get your blood sugar back on track. Since I've been sick, and my eating habits have probably played into that a little bit as well, but I think it's only a small portion of it. But since I've been sick, my blood sugars have been insane. I've been waking up and they've been 125 in the morning, and I'm a person who's normally in the 90s or right around 98, 99, right around 100. So to go back to being at 125 is not fun. But again, I realize it's because I was sick. There's nothing that I can really do to change it per se, but I want to address it head on, and I'm going to do some fasting, and it's going to be a challenge. And I'm going to record my challenge. So you will get to see my first 72-hour fast if I make it later this week. I want to make it. So I want to document one for a couple reasons. One, it's going to keep me accountable. Two, it's going to keep me motivated to keep going. And three, I can share all the good, the bad, and the ugly of fasting with you, so you can see what it is from my perspective. I know it's going to be very, very hard for me, because typically fasting triggers feelings of starvation, and it's totally a mental game for me. So I'm hoping that I can push through that mental game and feel much better on the end. So I'm going to be tracking my blood sugar. I'm going to be tracking my blood pressure, and I'm just going to document the whole process. I have already decided what my meal will be when I break my fast on Thursday night, because I'm going to start tonight after dinner. So I'm going to fast Tuesday, which we have a park day planned for tomorrow. That'll keep me busy. And then I'm working Wednesday and Thursday. I have things planned, strategies that I plan to use to help get me over the hump. So I'll be sharing what I'm doing when I record that video. And then Thursday night, if I already know what I'm having for dinner, and I've already planned what dinner should be, it takes a lot of that stress and pressure off. So I'll be having bacon and eggs. I'll have my husband start the bacon. Usually a bacon and egg meal for me is either 3 to 4 eggs. Typically, I scramble them without any cream or anything like that in it. And then I will have about 6 slices of bacon. So I'm gonna have my husband make the bacon, I'll make my eggs, and I'm just gonna sit down and just eat a normal meal. That's going to be the biggest challenge for me, is eating that normal meal after not eating for 72 hours, because I don't wanna go like totally overboard. But that's what I'm going to do. And then I also have, we have a date night planned later this week. So we're going to go to Texas de Brazil on Sunday, and I love Texas de Brazil, so it'll be fun to just kind of finish out our week with that. Okay, what else am I doing? I have totally added a ton of challenges to my week, but I'm super excited about all of them. The biggest one is definitely going to be that 72-hour fast that makes the fact that I'm training for a 5K seem easy. So starting today, I am training for a 5K. Rachel from Two Crazy Ketos and I are going to, and my husband Matt, are going to do a 5K on December 10th, running through Animal Kingdom. I get to register for us in about a week and a half, and I'm super, super excited. I'm gonna be staying up late that night to make sure that I get a spot for all 3 of us to go. And well, I gotta train for it if I wanna run it. And my husband likes to run, and I know that I want to be able to, if at all possible, run this whole 5K. If I have to do some walking, I'm okay with that. But I want to challenge myself to be able to run this whole 5K. So Couch to 5K starts today. I will be doing shorts, keeping up with how I'm progressing when I get my workouts done, as well as my 5,000 minute challenge, which has gotten off track, of course, because I got sick and lost a bunch of time. But the important thing is just because you make a mistake and you have a blip, even if that blip is a week, 2 weeks, longer, it doesn't matter. All you have to do is just forgive yourself and realize that accidents happen, things happen, life happens, and just pick back up and start over. Yes, it is hard to start over sometimes, but it'll be worth it if you are continuing to work for your goals and move towards your goals. And I am doing that. So I'm super excited about the Couch to 5K. I am allowing myself to work hard, and I plan to buy myself a new pair of shoes right before race day, about 3 weeks before, because I want to break those suckers in. But I want a new pair of shoes for running in on race day. So I'm going to work really hard and be dedicated. I got to get through 6 weeks of this challenge. A 5K, Couch to 5K. So once I have made it through 6 weeks, obviously after 6 weeks, I'm gonna be dedicated to finishing the rest of the program, which is 9 weeks. And I'll have something to look forward to in 6 weeks. So that's going to happen. Another thing we're gonna be doing in a couple weeks, and I'm mentioning it because you might be interested in joining, is with Joe and Rachel. They are offering their BBBE course. And you don't have to do the course to do it with them. I don't think I'm going to do the course. I might do the course. We'll see if I want to go that route, but I definitely want to do Triple B&E for at least a month, because again, I've been off track. I need to readjust and start getting things reined back in and making sure that I'm marching towards my goals, which again, I still have a significant amount of weight to lose. I still want to lose another 70 to 90 pounds. I don't know where I'm gonna fall within that 70, 90 pounds. I have a weight range where I'd like to be. I'd like to be no more than 155. That's my top end. Right around 140, 145 would be fantastic. And if I'm looking at getting into an actual healthy weight range, 145 is in that. But if I want to be on the lower side of that, not at the bottom of that weight range, but the lower side of it, because I think the bottom of my recommended weight range is like 118 pounds. I don't see that happening. But I wouldn't mind being around 125, 130. So I'm kind of shooting somewhere in between 125 and 155. I'm sure my happy zone is going to be in there. 155 is still considered overweight for my height, but my build may be different. BMI doesn't take into factor muscle, and all those are going to play a factor in what I look like. So I have a weight range that I am going for, not a specific number on the scale. I have no idea what even size that would be. So I can't even say that I have a size goal, because my size goal was a 12 and I got into it. I'm not currently able to wear my 12s. Yeah, but that's okay. I'm not far off. I'll get back into them. And I didn't have many of them to begin with, so I didn't really notice that my clothes don't fit. My 14s all still fit. They're not tight. They fit perfectly. My 12s just don't fit right now. But I'm sure that in the next few weeks, I will be back in them because I'm dedicated to doing those goals. The other thing that I have done, and you're going to see my family walk behind me as they went out to grab some things, and well, I'm not done recording yet. So apologize, they're walking in. The other thing that I have done after a lot of thinking is I have shifted my mission statement. My mission statement is my purpose for moving forward with this channel, and it's changed. My mission statement before was about inspiring women. Saturday really changed that for me. We had a fantastic turnout. There were 6 gentlemen there, including my husband. And I think that women typically participate, and I hate calling keto a diet because it's really not a diet. It is definitely a lifestyle. But generally speaking, people think of keto as a diet, and diet culture in particular affects more women than men. Not to say that men don't have to deal with that, because they obviously do, but I think that the perception of diet culture is it's all women. And that's just that is the perception. That is the way that is perceived and thought about as a general rule. Not necessarily right, but it is what it is. Well, I want to be able to inspire everybody. Am I passionate about inspiring particularly women? Yeah, I'm a woman. But I know that my story can still impact those of you who are gentlemen's story and help you and motivate you as well. So I don't want you guys to feel excluded in my mission statement to inspire. So I have changed it. So now my mission statement is to inspire others, being not myself, anyone who is not myself, to improve their health and empower them to live full and active lives, all while creating a community of support and kindness. That is my mission. That is my goal. That is what I want to do with this channel. I want to help you succeed by sharing my story and my stumbles. And I would love for you guys to share your story with me. So feel free to either leave a comment below. I'll try to make sure that my email address is in the description of this, so you can send me an email and you can contact me if there's something that you're struggling with and you just want an accountability department. Hit me up, send me a message. I will do everything I can to encourage you and help support you on your journey, because you are important and you matter and you can do this. Doesn't mean it's gonna be easy. Hard is good. Hard lets us know that we're stronger. We have accomplished something. We have conquered those mountains. I don't have it on right now, but I have a mountain range ring that I wear all the time to remind me I am strong. I have conquered mountains. I still have mountains to conquer. I will always have mountains to conquer. You will always have mountains to conquer. They are just a part of life. We're gonna face those difficulties. We're gonna face those challenges. And we wanna face those challenges when we are the healthiest version of ourselves. Because when we're healthy, those challenges are easier. We can push longer. We can push harder. We can tackle them better. So that is my mission. That is my goal for this channel. It's just to inspire you guys to make big changes and small changes, because yeah, big changes start by making one small step. It's been talked about in this community, 1% better. Just 1%. That's all you got to do. Every day is 1% better. If you start by saying, you know what? I just am going to give up the sugar. Guess what? That's amazing. That's a huge goal. That's a huge challenge right there, giving up the sugar. Then you can give up something else as you go along. Like, I don't drink a lot of diet soda. It's very, very rare, but that was tough. That was a super tough challenge for me to do. And occasionally I still want one, it's better. Then what I did when I gave up soda is I went to drinking diet lemonade, and we were going up to that Wawa, which is across the street, every day to get a drink. I still get one from Wawa occasionally. It's now once a week, maybe. 2, if we've got a really busy time and we're running lots of errands and we just want to grab something and I don't have something with me. It will always serve a purpose for that. But I used to drink them, I'm not kidding, every single day. I made a change. I got better slowly. It didn't happen fast. All right, so that is my week. The other thing that I have done, and I'm just not going to share them right now, is I have written down my measurements because I want to see how those go for the next couple of weeks. I'm going to take them again when we start BBBE on October 15th, because I'm sure between now and then they might change a little bit. I'm hoping they'll change. If they don't change, it's fantastic. But I want to be able to track when I start the Couch to 5K and when I finish it. So that's what these measurements are. And I also want to track what happens during BBBE. Yes, the two are going to overlap. Yes, they're going to affect each other, but I'll be able to say that, hey, from this time to this time, I lost X amount of inches. And then from this time to this time, I lost X amount of inches. So I'm going to be able to attribute how much came off from BBB and kind of like figure that out. And again, it's for nobody's information but my own. But yeah, that is my week. I hope you can tell that I'm super excited to be back into a routine and challenging myself to get to that 1% better. So let's see how my fast goes. I'm really, really nervous about this. But like I said, I'm taking you guys along. You're going to see the ups, the downs, the good, the bad, the uglies. If I make it, if I don't make it. If I don't make it, guess what? I'm going to try again next week, because I would like to fast 72 hours every week for 8 weeks. It's a huge, huge, huge challenge for me, but I can do this. All right, I am going to go ahead and I'm going to jump off because I want to get this edited and get it up for you. And I need to make my cucumber salad that is going to go with our dinner tonight, as it needs time to chill. So I got to let you run for that. All right, just send me a message if you need that support. Let me know how your week is going. Have you fasted? Have you succeeded? Let me know down below. All right, talk to you later. Bye for now.